Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of ManniCraft with Black Dog Z. Alright everybody, so today we're going to be looking at a few new things. If you take a look, we're starting to get pretty low on a lot of things. We're almost out of wood, we're almost out of a lot of resources, almost out of gold, almost out of iron, and it's because we've been building things. And so that's causing some issues. Now, you might notice, I'm going to let you know here now, me slide around a little bit and things like that. There appears to be a problem with my keyboard with the newest version of FTB Unleashed. Keys are sticking a lot. Like, sometimes I'll be running it just won't stop, and I'll have to double tap it again to get it to stop. Don't know why this is happening. I'm looking into it. Hopefully we can get that fixed. But it's not unplayable. So we're going to go ahead and record like this for today, and I'll hopefully have it fixed for next episode. Alright, so if you take a look here, we have this wonderful chest. There are a bunch of items in this chest. So if we take a look, we've got a diamond pickaxe, 4 obsidian, 3 glass, piston, gold, tin, diamond, redstone, pneumatic servo, cobblestone pipes, iron gears, stone gears, force ingots, liquidux, redstone, bucket, book, machine frame, and levers. That's what we're going to be working on today for everybody. Now, can you guess what all that stuff could be? Now, there's multiple items in there, and we're going to be making them all, and we're going to be setting them up into one machine. And I'm going to give you a little hint. You notice there was some force ingots in there. You notice there was a pneumatic servo. You also noticed a diamond pickaxe. I don't know what it could be. Well, I actually do know, but I'm just not going to tell you. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and get started. So, just going to go ahead and delete some stuff from here. And we're going to grab some specific things. We're going to start by grabbing the pneumatic servo, the machine frame, the bucket, and I need the tin and 2 pieces of glass. Alright. You remember this recipe from before. It's a really simple recipe. And I'm going to go ahead and put it together here. And this is one of the items that was in the system. Ta-da! An aqueous accumulator. Alright, so that is the first item that we're going to need here today, is an aqueous accumulator. So the next item we're going to build, we're actually going to grab the force ingots. We're going to grab the stone gears. We're going to grab the piston, a piece of glass, and that should be it. Alright, so now from here, we're going to take these stone ingots. We're actually going to put some of this around there, making force gears. So now we have force gears. So we're going to put the piston here, glass here, and force ingots there. So now I have a force engine. There we go. So now force engine, what's really cool about it, is that it can run on just about any liquid. It runs on lava, it runs on oil, it runs on biogas, it runs on force liquid. Now the nice thing about force liquid is you can get it from these wonderful force crystals. We've been talking about using something like this before, so we're definitely going to look at using something like that here now. We're actually going to steal some stuff from downstairs, so why don't we go ahead and do so. I'm going to go all the way down. Where's my door? There it is. I'm going to go all the way downstairs, unfortunately. And you'll see that I built a second one of these. It's completely empty, but that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and just... Really? Alright, there we go. And the other thing that we're going to take is our redstone. We'll put it back later, but we need it for now. Alright. So I'll have to build another one of those redstone systems, because we're actually going to need this one permanently out there, but we'll build another one of those later. We'll use this one for today, and we'll get another one built. Alright, so we got 2 force engines, an aqueous accumulator, a redstone energy cell. We'll grab the stuff that's pre-built in here. We got some cobblestone transport pipes, some liquid ducts, and some redstone energy conduit. Now we don't have much conduit or much liquid ducts, so we're going to have to make do with what we have, because I really don't want to spend more resources on more. We're running pretty low. We got tons of redstone, though. I don't know. Could not find very many diamonds. Couldn't find very much gold. Like, the amount of gold, I've never had to put gold in blocks. At least iron had to go into blocks. But we're running pretty low on that, too. As you can see, all of our smelted ores all fit in one chest. As for our non-smelted ores, we don't have much. We've got some ferrous, some cinnabar, and a couple of gold that I haven't smelted up, as well as, you know, some of our nuggets, which of course we will be smelting up soon because I am going to need more aluminum, so that's something that's going to happen soon. But I was actually quite amazed because I was not expecting that to take as much resources as it did. Just the last couple of days, you know, building hammers, building that sort of thing. So many resources have gone by. I've repaired my hammers so many times because I've had to dig. Why don't we just head down over here quickly? And we'll go check out the mine, and I'll show you guys what I've done. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I'm just going to head on down. We're going to start with the first level here. I made this little T intersection back here, and then I did this. Boop, boop. Doot, 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 doot. This is all with the hammer, as you can see, 3 by 3. Alright, so that gets us to the end. Very basic. I'm not going to kill him. I want him to stick around. Alright, so that gets us to the end of that tunnel. Now, that's just one of the tunnels that I did. There are at least 20 or 30, maybe even 40 of these that I've done in various directions at various heights looking for items. And going through so many hammers. I used both the stone hammer and the manilium hammer, and still trying to get resources. This just isn't working. There doesn't seem to be very many resources in the world. We went down here, we did some digging. This is just our regular digging area. We didn't do any hammer digging here. We did some hammer digging in this area. I did skip a few things, like you can see some silver over there. Didn't grab that. But that silver isn't a huge issue for us right now, so I'm not too worried. And then there's this area. If you look at that, straight down, as far as the eye can see on the map. And I can keep going for quite some time, and you're still going to see it. And as you can see, we just dug and dug and dug, and it goes, like, this chunk isn't even loading, and it's on the other side of it. You can see it. That's pretty neat. Normally when the chunks don't load, you can see stuff. I'm not seeing a thing. Wow, it's pretty foggy. Alright. It's because of the water, I think. But yeah, so as you can see, and if you take a look at the map heading the other direction here, heading this way, heading this way, I got back there and went all the way back there. So as you can see, there are plenty of different ways that we went. You take a look here, I went that way after I got down below. So I went plenty of directions with that hammer, and still very little resources. And that makes me very sad because I really need the resources. So the next trick that we have is we did manage to get enough resources, albeit I had to technically, what I like to refer to as cheat, 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds. I had to turn gold into diamonds using the minium stone so I could have the 11 diamonds that I needed, because I only found 9 diamonds. I mined for probably 10 hours and I only found 9, and we needed 11 diamonds. So yeah, we need 1 more diamond than this. We actually did use a diamond. We actually did use diamonds to make the pickaxe. We had 1 diamond, so these 9 are real. These ones are fake. That one we had. Alright, so now that we've gone ahead and we've built the aqueous accumulator and the force engines, what's next? Well, it's probably something to do with this diamond pickaxe on all of these iron gears. So why don't we go ahead and convert those iron gears. So first things first, we need to grab some of this. We're going to take those gears, we're going to put them here. We're going to take 5 of them, and we're going to turn them into gold gears. Now we've got... Oh, I didn't want 5 gold gears. I only wanted 4 gold gears. No! I'm going to need 4 gold and 4 iron. Now I'm going to have to do this all over again, make 1 more of these. Only supposed to go to iron, and it went to gold. It's alright, we'll come up with a use for a gold gear yet. There's plenty of things that we need to build that need gold gears, so that's not an issue. Alright, so we've got 4 gold gears, 2 iron gears. We're going to take 2 of these gold gears. And we're going to do that. So now we got diamond gears. Alright, so you probably guessed by now with the diamond gears and the diamond pickaxe what we're building by now. If you haven't, then you're about to see, because it's called the quarry. That's right, quarry needs a diamond pickaxe, a couple of diamond gears, a couple of gold gears, some iron gears, and redstone. So we'll grab the redstone. Now we should have everything we need to make the quarry. Now, this will probably be the last season where you're going to see the quarry being used. The plan here actually is to stop using any type of quarry system. We're going to be going onto our public server, like it's going, our server is going to be going partially public, what they refer to as gray list, invitation only. But we're going to have a lot of people on it. So we've decided no quarries, no quarry styles whatsoever. Now we're going to get rid of these. We're going to get rid of the BuildCraft mining wells. We're going to be getting rid of IndustrialCraft mining wells, which basically means you're going to have to mine by hand. Yes, that's right, by hand. And unless you can get creative, and there are some creative ways to mine out there. I've seen people do some pretty good jobs with turtles and different things like that, so that is definitely still an option, but you still have to monitor those, which is kind of neat. So time to get creative, basically. And then we have our last item. It's going to use 2 diamonds, 4 obsidian, an ender pearl, a book, and of course the 5 gold that's in our inventory. So you may have guessed what this is. I don't know if you have. It's fairly simplistic. It's an enchantment table, but we're not staying there. We're bumping it right up to a chunk loader. Alright, so we basically have everything we need to go ahead and start our first automatic mine. Now the downside here is we have very little space for inventory. Now that is always going to be a downside. We have a couple of chests. Unfortunately, we don't really have a way to upgrade those chests to iron. We don't have very much iron left. We have some barrels. Unfortunately, we have no gold pipes. We have nothing like that. So we have really no way of telling the items where to go. So this is going to make it a little bit more difficult. But why don't we go ahead and get this thing started at the very least. So the first thing we're going to need to do is use these. Now I made the landmarks earlier. Everyone knows how to make a landmark. Fairly simplistic. All you do is you make redstone torches and then you put lapis on top of them and you get a landmark. Now some people think that you need 4 landmarks in order to do this, but you really only need 3. The quarry has of course a predetermined height to it, so you don't have to change the height, and 3 landmarks will get you your that way, and then it just duplicates them for the other part. So then all you need to do is just take this and click on it, and there you go. We've got our circle. Once you get your circle, you take your quarry, and see, that's what I was talking about, how sometimes things, I can't move forward, how things are going to get stuck. Whoa, come on. Okay, I'm good. Oh, stop that. Alright, quarry down. Let's go fetch our landmarks. These are still expensive to us. Hopefully they didn't fall into the ocean. Now you'll notice that I'm doing this in the ocean. Normally, of course, you wouldn't want to do this in the ocean. I'm going diving. Because, as an example, it makes it much harder to see what you're going to mine. You're not going to get as high up. as you would like, because like as you can see, we're down at level 50, which means we're not going to get very much copper. We're not going to get so much tin because they have fairly high requirements on where they are. So that's always going to be a downside when you're mining in the ocean. The upside to mining in the ocean is no decrepit holes around for you to fall into. Nothing worse than having a mining well hole like this and falling into it and hitting bottom, especially if you don't have anything to stop large falls yet. Although, that may happen soon. Alright. So now did this one fall in the water? Because I don't want to go for another dive. It did, of course. Dive! Whoop. There we go. Alright, I got it. Now where do we gotta go? There we go. Head back to the house. And probably when I jump on land, I think I'm going to start moving to the right. Just because of the keyboard getting stuck again. I don't know. If anyone has had this issue since they upgraded to 1.12, let me know. If you know of a fix, let me know, because something is definitely activating, like, almost seems like a sticky key or something of some kind. And it's kind of a pain. Huh. Alright. So now, in theory, all I should need to do is take a redstone energy cell and slap it down. Oh, of course it's going to clear that. I didn't even think of that. It cleared all my torches. That was a waste. Alright, we're going to let it run at 100 for now, because we want it to build quickly. We're going to turn that down here in a little bit, but basically just want to do that. And then we're going to take our 2 force engines, and we're going to put them out here. Alright, so there we go, 2 force engines. Now, the other thing that we're going to need is we're going to need force gems. As you can see, put a stack of force gems in each. And we're going to need some liquiducts. Now, normally... Uh-oh. I forgot to put down a chest. Where's our chests? I don't know why I couldn't get around it. That's alright. As you can see, it dug up quite a bit just in that short time frame here. And it's probably going to dig up more. But what I wanted to do was grab... Yeah, this will actually work. We'll use the sand that it gave us. I'm actually going to hop in the water here. Alright, so now what I've done is that. Basically just make myself a small tower. And there we go. Now as you can see, they're filling with water, which is nice. And then there's just one final thing that they need. They need... Well, I'm going to need cobble. Need a piece of cobble there. And I already got space on the other side. We just grab a lever. Put a lever there. Put a lever there. You know what? We really don't need this piece, do we? Alright. So that will allow that to run. Then we turn that on. Turn that on. Now the nice thing about these force engines is with their force gems, you'll see they're getting 8 Minecraft joules per tick. Now I'm using a throttle in here, which is the water, and the system is going to keep the water in there because it's got an aqueous accumulator. Water provides 2.0 throttle. Nothing doesn't provide a throttle, of course. Milk provides 2.5, and what was that? It's like ice water. That's what it was, like crushed ice or whatever. Provides, I think it was 10, which is pretty cool when you're talking about throttle, because the way it works is the liquid force actually produces 4 Minecraft joules per tick, but then you multiply that by the force to determine exactly what you're going to get for your amount. So with the, as an example, if we had 4 and we had 10, we'd be getting 40 Minecraft joules a tick from these engines if we were to use crushed ice. Right now we're getting 8 each, that's 16. So I'm going to turn this down. There we go. So now that's going to produce 16. This is going to output 16, meaning that it's going to keep exactly where we want it to. Now, for now, I'm going to set it to 15 because I want this to slowly gain. Now, if we take a look in here, you're going to see this is filling up quite quickly. It's filling up quickly to the point where I'm going to have to add a second chest. And, unfortunately, we're not going to have much place to put stuff, so we're going to have to do that. And that. Alright, so now that should keep that nice and clean for now. But with running this quickly, you know that this thing's going to fill up really fast. So, like, I'm going to take everything here. As you can see, you see how quickly that's going? Even at 15 Minecraft joules a tick, it's going really fast. And so we're going to have issues keeping up. Like, I'm not going to be able to leave this on for all that long, I don't think. And of course, we're not even going to have time to sort it. It's just going to be, you know, grab what you can, toss the rest out. And we're going to have to come up with a way to sort it later, I think. Because, yeah, I did build those pipes to sort it, but then I realized I have no way of actually sorting it. Show lasers. Oh, let's see where the lasers are going. Okay, we're going to have to make that bigger. Let's go to 4. 4 should keep it well loaded. Oh yeah, we're good there. Alright. 4 is going to keep our entire area loaded. Now you got to remember there are downsides to having chunk loaders. I've now chunk loaded this area, meaning that even when I'm not here, things can spawn. They generally don't, but they still can. This will keep things from spawning inside, though. That's one thing I like about that. Oh, I forgot to turn the lasers off. So I don't want lasers running through my house. Alright, so that gets that up and running. Unfortunately, it's pretty much time to go. So what we're going to do is just take a look here, make sure. So what we did today, we built an aqueous accumulator, we built a chunk loader, we built a quarry, we built a force engine, grabbed our secondary force engine, which was me testing. I used actual stuff to build it, but I wanted to see kind of what it was like, because that was the first time I've ever used one. And then we put it out, and we set it up, and it's set out. Now, I do want to try a crushed ice force engine Minecraft Joule system. I honestly think that it could go really, really well. If you use a squeezer to get extra juice out of those crystals, and of course you use the crushed ice, you can definitely get some major power out of those. So this is something that we're going to have to do. Now that we have the quarry off and running, we'll be able to get much better payoffs on our resources, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, get some more machinery and things like that, automate some of the power in this place, because like running this on like 1 or 2 engines, that's not automated power, especially when we have to come down here and fill everything up. Like, this system here requires coal right now, and like I don't see me running it like that constantly, so that's definitely something we're gonna have to change. And alright, well, like I said, if anyone has run into this issue with the continuous movement even though you let go of the button, please let me know. Other than that,